Hello Vlogalogue, how are you doing? Hope the answer to that question is well. I don't know what's up with DK. I kind of held off as long as I could in uploading this in case this video is just delayed. But DK, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we wish you well and we hope, hope things are good. But it's getting late, so I had to film this and throw this up. So I've recently discovered that the only thing more terrifying than being in an echo chamber is being in an echo chamber and have everyone disagree with you. Lots of very interesting responses disagreeing with me about the idea that the new media experiment has failed, but what was interesting to me is that the metric by which we judge its success and failure kind of differs strongly, very strongly from person to person. I think when I initially proposed the idea, I was kind of thinking of sort of the idea of this creativity renaissance, that the lack of gatekeepers and the whole idea that now we have this community where we look at big media and we say, hey, we can get things to the people better than you, and that eventually, because we're able to do that, the people that are unknown will be able to create this massively amazing stuff, would have our own Breaking Bad rivaling stuff that we would be able to create, because one out of the millions of people uploading things has got to be that good, and we would find that person and we would make them hugely successful. Instead, it seems that old media has gone, hey, that's a cool way to get things to people, give me that. And so now, you can get Breaking Bad on Netflix, and Orange is the New Black, and Game of Thrones, and well, you can't get Game of Thrones on Netflix, that's just... but, I mean, that's certainly not to discount the idea that, I agree with everybody that I've made lots of friends. Not only do people disagree with me, people made a lot of video replies to disagree with me and tell me I'm wrong, which I think is great. But I agree that it's a way to meet new people, it's a way to make friends, it's a way to express yourself using technology that may not have been available. But I feel as a as a brain trust, it may not have been as successful as I might have hoped. Kind of in the same way that Niall alluded to in his second half of, okay, now that I've completely beaten Kevin down, let's backpedal a bit and be like, he may be a little bit right about some of this stuff. Also, huge thank you to George for filling in. Super awesome job, George. Nicely done. Now, it feels like that arguing about things that I don't like about the internet seems to be the best way to get reactions out of people, which is great. So let's try again. I was doing some free writing because I find it really hard to come up with ideas these days, and I was just kind of writing in like half journal, half just free thought type of thing, and I realized what it is that I think really bothers me about the internet, and so I have another proposition for you all to disagree with, and this is that the accountability of the internet inhibits creativity. My concern is that when you have an idea, you go, okay, that's a tweet, and you tweet it out, and it gets a response, or it gets no response. Or you have some sort of concept that you want to visualize, and so you make a video, and you upload it, and you go, okay, well, out of the 1 billion potential views, I got 4. And it's fine. I mean, that's great. Everyone has their own kind of different sets of expectations of their own degree to which they value the statistics. But you tweet something out stupid, and there are a lot of people who do a lot of stupid things on the internet, but I think the intriguing part is that we notice that. And I'm concerned about how much attention we pay to the screw-ups. The thing for me is I find myself so often now thinking, I should say this, and thinking, no, I really shouldn't. Before the internet, if you were going to be a novelist, you'd spend 4 years writing something, and then you'd send it off to a publisher, and the publisher would say, that sucks. And you might rewrite it, or you might just, be sad. But you had that 4 years of trying and failing and experimenting. Now, you have an idea, and you put it out there, and immediately it gets evaluated. Now, on the short term, You know, if you tweet something out and people tweet back responses like, how could you say such a thing? You can shrug it off. But the fact that so much of our creative expression is based in an accountable media form now, I think makes it really risky to make mistakes. And I think if you're afraid of making mistakes, you're not going to be creative. You're going to worry about that accountability, and so you're going to restrict what it is that you say and do. And I wonder if that has some impact on these things that we've created outside of kind of traditional media type things. So that's my proposition, that the internet, because of its hyper accountability to everything that you do, makes it harder for us to be creative because we are afraid of making mistakes. Disagreements time. Let's go.